Alright, I'm making this video today to introduce you to Diablo's great-great-grandfather. Back in the day, there was a game called Rogue, and this was actually implemented to operate on mainframe systems, so you would play this from little dumb terminals that actually didn't have a computer inside them. When the personal computer came around, people started making the implementations on the PCs, and most of these were graphical only, but in 1985, an individual called Michael Toy came out with a graphical representation of, or implementation of Rogue. So here's our character creation screen. Let's type in a character name. And up comes our dungeon. So we can see here, we have our pack, we have our weapons. You start out with a mace, a bow and arrow, some +1 ring mail, some food, and then in this game you have wands, rings, potions, all kinds of fun stuff. Scrolls, there's scrolls of identify. There's a lot of things that are Diablo, the first Diablo, was kind of designed to be a non-churn based version of this game. Actually, when they originally developed Diablo, it was going to be churn based, and I think it was like over one weekend, one of the developers there actually churned it into real time, and they're like, hey, it's stupid to make this churn based, let's make this a hack and slash. So this is kind of where Diablo originated from. You see, if I click the rest button, this ice monster is still sleeping, because if he wasn't and I clicked rest, he would start moving towards me. So I'm going to go up here and try to kick his butt. So I'll click him. Scored an excellent hit, killed him on the first hit. Alright, there's some gold, got 2 gold pieces. And some armor. I got some ring mail, which I already have some ring mail. Now, because this has not been identified, I could put this on and it might be cursed. Like if you don't identify an item before putting it on, you're kind of stuck with whatever it is. So let me just double click it here, put it on. Oh, I have to take off my +1 first, and then I'll put on the ring mail. It's just +0, so luckily it wasn't cursed. But one way to identify items in this game is to actually use them and see what their effects are. Sometimes it doesn't work all the time, but interesting things can happen. I could have put that armor on and found out that, like, oh, my body's burning and it's cursed and I'm losing hit points every time I take a step type thing. So we got a hobgoblin here. I'm going to keep attacking them. All these dungeons are randomly generated, so you never play the same game twice. Okay, so we picked up a scroll, and we don't know what it is. It's just labeled Fox Axe, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, a bunch of stuff. So to use it, I'll double click it, and it says as you read the scroll, it vanishes. You feel someone's watching over you. So actually, I don't know exactly what that does yet, so for now I'll just name it watching. But if I read them a couple more times and see like weird stuff happen, like maybe a monster appears in the room, I'll know that it's like a scroll of create monster, or whatever the effects are. It's kind of like the in Diablo 1 when you'd get the little shrines and it would just tell you something weird, and then all of a sudden you got your inventory full of gold type thing. But I think the original concept of Diablo was to create an implementation of this game on the modern PC with graphics that look somewhat decent. It's kind of amazing how well this game ages, because it's still very enjoyable to play. If you guys want a copy of this, you can actually play this on a PC with an emulator called Mini VMAC. If you need a copy of the disc, if you can't find this particular Epyx Rogue, it's Epyx Rogue. Just shoot me a message on YouTube. Oop, hobgoblin, and I went up a level. You can see my hit point gauge is a little bit wider now. So let me keep fighting this guy. My hit points are going down like crazy. You know what? I'm almost dead. So I have that one potion. I don't know what it does because I don't have a scroll of identifying. I've never drank one before, but let's hope this is a potion of healing. Double click it. I feel stronger. What bulging muscles. So it's a potion of gain strength. I didn't have to identify it. And so hopefully this extra strength will help me. Yes! And I went up a level. Achieved the rank of apprentice. I think that's level 3. You can see my hit point gauge is getting pretty high. It's pretty amazing to go up 2 levels on the first dungeon. I'm getting pretty lucky here. So we got the map in the bottom right hand corner. I have not found the staircases down, so we're going to have to keep searching around until we find that. Oh no, the staircases is right here. Okay. So there's another door here. Let me go see what's in this room over here, and then we'll go down to the next level. There's nothing. I can try searching for a door, but no, it doesn't seem like there's anything there. So you can see as I slowly move through the dungeon here, my hit points will regenerate, and I can also just rest. If I just click this really fast, it'll regenerate my hit points. This will also, the monsters on... Oh, See, I was just clicking it because I was resting, a monster is just kind of going around the dungeon. He finally came into the room I was in. So let's go down the staircase here. We'll go commands, go down staircase. And I appeared in a big empty room. And here's a room without lights in it, and there's a crossbow. Cool, I have a crossbow now. I don't know if I can shoot regular arrows with that. I might have to find some bolts to be able to shoot that. Alright, there's a kestrel. Attack, I miss him, I hit him, defeated. Got a scroll. Alright, I haven't had one of these scrolls yet, so, and every time they're named something different, so if you start a new character, if it says this, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same scroll. So, my hands begin to glow red. Oh, that's a very handy scroll to have, because if you are out of scrolls of identify and you put on a ring that's cursed, if you read one of these scrolls, it'll let you take that ring off. So I'll say hands glowing red. So that's cool. So that's a very useful scroll to have. Unfortunately, I used it, but if I get another one and I put on a cursed ring, I will be able to take it off. Because if you put on cursed equipment in this game, you cannot take it off until you use something that kind of imbues it or whatnot. Okay, so we're going to hit rest, 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 rest. Oh, the kestrel's sleeping, so I can just kind of hang out here and regenerate some hit points. And let's go attack the kestrel. Voila! Defeated him. Alright, we got some gold pieces, another scroll. This one is in Kambach Vus. I'm going to save that one just in case we find something we need to identify. I'm not sure how many different scroll types are in the game, but sometimes you just don't want to read them. I just kind of want to demonstrate that earlier. Ooh, that was a slime. And these ones actually multiply. You can see there's another one behind him. If I keep running out this way, he'll actually divide. It's actually an interesting way to level up, but you don't want to overwhelm too much because the slimes multiply exponentially. All of a sudden you got 3 of them, and there's a certain chance every turn that they'll multiply. You can actually end up flooding out your level, and you can't even get back to the stairs because there's so many dang slimes around. Alright. So there's a potion, silver potion, and another scroll, which we don't know what it is, and there's a staircase down to the next level. Let's keep going here and try to clear out this one real quick. And I'm at the end of a tunnel and there's nothing there, and I can search, and I found a door. Hey, there's a ring. Cool. So what I'll do now is I'll read some of these. It's a pearl ring. I'm going to read some of these scrolls here and see if one of them happens to be a scroll of identify. It is. Cool. So that means that anytime I pick up a scroll like that in the future, it'll tell me exactly what it is. So now I can actually identify that ring I picked up, the pearl ring. I'll highlight it and I go commands, identify. It's a ring of stealth. Awesome. So that means I can probably walk around creatures in closer proximity without them waking up or even seeing me. So let's go down to the next level here. Commands, go down staircase. And let's see, we're on level 3. A white potion, 28 gold pieces. And let's keep going through here. It's a hobgoblin. Missed him. Missed him. Scored an excellent hit and went up a level. Journeyman. My hit points are starting to get pretty big here. And we're in a room without lights. There's a worm mask. I'm going to kill him before he gets a chance to multiply. And got some gold pieces. Let's keep going here. Oh, another scroll. Oh, I'm starting to get hungry. You can see down here it says I'm hungry. If you don't eat, eventually you'll get weak and your attacks do less, and then eventually you'll actually starve to death. So when you go into the Hall of Fame, all the characters that have ever died in this game show up in the Hall of Fame. You can see I've had an adventurer killed at level 6 with 1,100 gold pieces, and you can see who's played the game. It's kind of cool. Pretty old school to have high scores. Now we have ladders and all that kind of fun stuff, but that's kind of where all of it started. Alright, so we're getting close to 10 minutes here. I'm gonna drink some random potions, or let's read some random scrolls and see what kind of stuff happens. As you read the scroll, it vanishes, your hands begin to glow red. Oh, I could have clicked that one and went to info. If you go to info, it'll tell you, oh, and that's a scroll of identify, so I don't want to read that one yet. So it still shows up in the inventory with the weird markings on it, but if you click on get info, if you've ever read that scroll before, all your notes will be there. Oh, I'm starting to feel weak, so I better eat. Let's go back to food here, eat some food. I'm out of rations now, so if I don't find any soon, I'm gonna, eventually die. So hopefully you can eat slime molds and you can eat some other things in this game. But anyway, we're getting close to 10 minutes here. I hope you guys enjoyed the demonstration of Epyx Rogue.